What is far deadlier than most people realize? Serious? Yep. Once my sister was nervous to get in a plane flight when she was small and my mum said, relax, you're orders of magnitude more likely to die in a car crash than in a plane crash. It didn't help, it just made her nervous to be in cars as well. My father-in-law is from Egypt. Two things scare him, hippos and rats. Fucking mooses, them shits will fuck you up, plus they're like 10 meters tall for no reason at all. Climate change has made them suddenly prevalent in temperate areas like Europe as well. Lots of vector-borne diseases on the horizon for Europe. Had a friend from high school recently lose his wife giving birth to their second child. I do not have the details, but she either bled internally or had a blood clot, maybe both. Had to have an emergency C-section. She'd been told beforehand a C-section was a better choice for her, but she wanted a traditional delivery. She was dead within an hour of giving birth to their daughter. As a diabetic it's a little scary, but luckily the cure is just eating sugar. And you can feel your blood sugar dropping low long before you're in real danger of dying. Unless you took some astronomical dose or something. When I was very small, my friend from school had a friend who was in critical condition after being attacked by a pit bull in the park. If I remember correctly, it went for his neck and I think slit a vein. The organ damage can occur way faster than a lot people realize too, at least than I did. I always kind of assumed you'd have to be a raging alcoholic for like decades to get to that point. But all it took was a little over a year for me of daily heavy drinking to land me in the hospital with pancreatitis, fatty liver, and alcoholic hepatitis. Liver is basically swollen and enlarged from the alcohol. And I was told this was the stage right before permanent scarring starts to occur. Definitely scared the shit out of me and got me to stop drinking. We don't really have a handle on it with kids either. Many parents refuse to consider their kid could be a bully. I work in a dental office and the amount of people who brush off an abscessed tooth is way too high. I have one patient who had an abscess for 4 to 5 years and never got it taken care of because it didn't hurt. It would swell up periodically. He claimed it was due to his sinus issues. Repeat over and over. Well, finally he comes in as an emergency with the entire side of his face swollen up like crazy. My boss personally called the oral surgeon to make him an appointment immediately. Ended up having 3 teeth pulled. Then this guy tries to blame it on us because we never told him about it. We had x-rays of it over the last 5 years as well as notations in his chart, along with numerous copies of referrals to a specialist to take care of it. Not my fault you don't listen, sir. I'm very happy nothing worse happened to him, but it could have been really bad. Removed. Oh god, yes. When I was younger, a foal accidentally stepped on my foot. I broke 3 toes and lost the toenails as well. And I was lucky it was the 2-month-old baby, because his mama was a big Frisian horse and probably would have completely crushed all the bones in my foot. Being sitted down. Even if you have a great posture, it is harmful for your spine. Without saying all the colon problems you may have as an adult. Pooping too hard. If you take beta blockers and strain too hard, this can cause stimulation of the Bigins nerve, which will in turn cause your pulse and blood pressure to plummet. Those who take beta blockers for rate or pressure control may be stuck in a bradycardic rhythm and can decompensate very rapidly. This will likely cause death if untreated. Energy drinks, especially consumed at a young age, can do lifelong serious damage ranging from GERD to rhabdomyolysis. It's also incredibly addictive. Poor food choices. Fucking life dog. Average car coolant, antifreeze. The ethylene glycol in it is terribly poisonous to us. A few tablespoons can kill you. Scientology. Dogs, they are the 4th deadliest animals to humans, behind mosquitoes, humans themselves and snakes. Bleach. I knew a boy in the Scouts who decided he wanted a change from his natural brown hair, so he tried to bleach it blonde. Using Domestos. Neat. His younger sister, who was also in the troop, turned up at the district sports day saying he couldn't come cause he tried to bleach his hair the previous day, and was now in hospital with second-degree chemical burns over his entire scalp. Took 6 months for his hair to grow back. Fortunately he suffered no scarring as a result. Sticking strange objects in your ass. I think there's only one recorded case of a person surviving rabies. I know there was a teenage girl, they put her in a medically induced coma and froze her, and when they got her out of it, it had killed the virus, but she was mentally never quite the same because of everything they did to save her. I'm pretty sure that's the only case of someone surviving rabies at all. Sharing needles with homeless people and hookers. It may seem like fun at the time, but you could have a disease without knowing and pass it on to them. Words. I've heard enough horror stories from my parents, who are both nurses, to last me a lifetime. Legs on the dash of a car are not allowed while I'm driving for this reason alone. Poor diet/lifestyle decisions. Working in a hospital, I learned that most people aren't there because they had an unlucky day. Most people are there as a result of decades of poor decision making. Seriously. Eat less. Eat less sugar. If your blood pressure is on the higher end, eat less salt. Stop smoking. Drink alcohol in responsible portions. The #1 killer in the US is heart disease, and probably complicated by issues like diabetes and COPD. And all three can be prevented or managed well by lifestyle changes. All the stuff you learned in first grade health class is probably more crucial to your survival than anything else. Alcohol withdrawal. Asthma, flu can cause some major problems, heat waves, Justin Bieber music, drugs, and some people don't even know the major issues of smoking. Cancer. Let's also talk about how people rely on bleach for dishes and either don't rinse well enough or think that it is going to kill the nuclear waste dump that is your 3-day-old soaking. That if something falls in / through your body, for example a tree branch fell on you and went through your body / stabbed you, people don't realize that the thing that stabbed you is sealing the wound, so if you take it out you can die. Fentanyl. Many long-time opiate addicts think that their tolerance will protect them from fentanyl. They are mistaken. They often overdose and die. Be careful with fentanyl. Road rage. Looking on the news, it is obvious that, at least in the States, road rage is a big cause of shootings. Your mind. You can overthink yourself to death or ruin your life by overthinking too much. I almost lost an eye to a table corner once. Mosquitoes. Oh yes, this is so dangerous. I knew a bloke, he's the sweetest man. Wouldn't hurt a fly, but on a night out once someone started on him and he punched them once in the head. The dude died and he went to prison for 7 years, I think. He was never the same. He was a broken man afterwards, and I doubt he'll ever forgive himself. Smoking. It affects every part of you, not just your lungs. Eventually it catches up to you. Texting and driving. I just saw a video of a moose jumping off a bridge/roof. So fall damage apparently. Slipping in a bathroom. Vaping. That plume of dragon smoke is most likely formaldehyde-derived, embalming fluid. Additionally, people don't know what additives they're smoking or its regulation. The same goes for weed, THC, tabs, edibles. Unless you grew it, you have no clue what pesticides they used. I once read the diary of a French cavalry officer from the Napoleonic Wars, and he said that his horse bit the face off a Cossack that was attacking him once, and on another occasion disemboweled a stable boy. Horses can fuck you up. Palm trees. They so much fucking heavier than they look. The fronds weigh as much as a car and are razor sharp and will sometimes just fall off the tree and could easily kill you. Dogs, sure they're cute and cuddly when they have an owner, but a pack of wild ones will sooner maul you than let you pet them. I was bit on the tendon behind both knees. My best advice when you're in this situation? Hold your arms out like Chris Pratt in Jurassic World, never break eye contact and never run. Prey runs. Internet conspiracy theories. Falling down the stairs. A lot of people treat as comedy or a joke in shows, but what you don't realize is, if you land badly then you're dead. Whether it be directly from impact or not, it's deadlier than you would think. Loneliness. Getting punched in the nose. If you get hit the wrong way, it shoots bone into your brain and can kill you instantly. I live on the north coast of CA. People do not take seriously the signs that are posted on the beach regarding sneaker waves. If you are standing along the shoreline and not paying attention, water can rush past and overtake you. So when walking on the beach, keep your head on a swivel and be mindful of the water.